Hello lovely people and welcome back to my channel. 2019 is over, 2020 is here, so it's time to see how I did on my reading challenges of 2019. As promised, I will tell you all about the reading challenges I'm gonna do this year in 2019. And first off, I'm doing the POPSUGAR challenge again. And next to that, I set my goal on Goodreads on 25 again. And I've been a little more specific this time in setting some extra goals for those 25 books. First of all, I want to read 3 classics. Then I also want to read 5 Konsalik books. And next to that, I want to read 1 book in Dutch. And also 1 book either in German or in French. And then I also want to read 1 Ken Follett book and also 1 Maeve Binchy book. And then there's also the Cemetery of Forgotten Books series by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. And I finally got part 4, but it's been about 3 years since I read part 1, 2 and 3. So I'm gonna reread the whole series and then finish with part 4. The first book I read this year is The Accidental Further Adventures of the 100-Year-Old Man by Jonas Jonasson. It's The Time Machine by Heinz G. Book number 3 is a Konsalik book called Verwoeste Zielen A. Book 4 is a Maeve Binchy book. It's the Copper Beech. Then I moved on to a Ken Follett book, Sticky to Rebecca. I decided to pick up some smaller Konsalik books and just make a big dent in my Konsalik reading. So I picked up this one, Het Kinderziekenhuis, but it is a Konsalik as well, called Speelbal van het Geluk. I picked up a third one, Een Roos in de Woestijn, Maeve Binchy's Quentin's. Then I felt it was time to start the Cemetery of Forgotten Books series. And I picked up the first one again, The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, of course. And after that, part 2, The Angel's Game. And then part 3 came, The Prisoner of Heaven. Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. Then I finished off the Cemetery of Forgotten Books series by picking up The Labyrinth of Spirits by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Taal voor de Leuk by Pauline Cornelissen. The Storyteller of Marrakesh by Joydeep Roy Bhattacharya. Another classic, Peter Pan and Peter Pan in Kensington Gardens by J.M. Barrie. The Princess and the Goblin and The Princess and Curdie by George MacDonald. The Gaudi Key by Esteban Martin and Andreu Carranza. And this was a reread. I read it before in Dutch but now picked up the English version. It was time for another Konsalik and this one's called Laatste Kans in Sarajevo. Then I read some English fairy tales. An absolute childhood favorite, Lekker Weertje Koekepeertje by Carrie Slee and Dagmar Stam. I started in Anna Karenina, but since I never was gonna finish that before the end of the year and still haven't, so I'm gonna work on that through 2020 as well, I picked up some smaller Konsaliks and first off started with Dromen van Goud. Then I moved on to De Jonge Erfgenamen. And then to finish my Goodreads challenge, I picked up Als een vlucht wilde ganzen. I'm quite happy with the results. I read 25 books, so I met my Goodreads goal. I also could fill in quite a few books on my POPSUGAR Reading Challenge. Of course, I did have to rush in some Konsalik books to finish my goal, because Anna Karenina was just proving too difficult to finish before the end of the year. But that's alright, I made it anyway. And other than that, I also did quite good on my specific goals. The only ones I didn't reach, didn't complete, were the classics. I only read 2 instead of 3, because I didn't finish Anna Karenina.
And other than that, I didn't read a book in French or German. But I passed my Konsalik goal, I passed my Maeve Binchy and my Follett goal, and I also reread the Cemetery of Forgotten Books series. And I even read 2 Dutch books as well, instead of just the one I planned. So I'm really happy about that. I'd love to know how you did on your reading challenges last year, if you set any goals at all. And I will soon upload a video with my reading challenges for 2020, so look forward to that. And for now, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and then I'll see you in the next one next week. Bye!